Christmas Eve.
Right, but it's Monday. We're gonna be having a dynamic session today. You know, it's Monday, and Jules is gonna join us for the Monday morning beef. It's gonna be quite juicy. I mean, the United Democratic Party, they have decided what's the fate of John Saldivar within the party. So that's a conversation you not want to miss. Also, the Prime Minister sent a letter to the President of Oceania. What did he have to say there? It's gonna be a very interesting beef with Jules.
So besides from the beef, we have some great segments. We're going to be talking to Galen about an amazing new bachelor's program that
Do I seek the answer that's worth looking for today?
in the scene, everyone, and he's here to talk to us about Sun Up on 7, the show that we're on right now. So Jules, tell me, this is one of your breakdowns.
And we're gonna be talking about hot search that has been happening over the
Writing
weekend.
appears on the wall.
Discovered
You and I were the first ones to see it all. The world that we see may seem that it'll never change, they say. But if you tear down the walls that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to your Monday episode of Sun Up on 7. We want to say thank you to everybody that's watching us in various parts of Belize, Belmopan, Orange Walk, Corozal, Placencia, various parts of the U.S., and, you know, Europe. We're so thankful for you joining us today. We're going to be having a dynamic show. Let's get started by having a look at the weather, courtesy of the Belize Med Service.
Good morning, Belize, and good morning to all the Belizeans abroad listening in. A drier airflow dominates the weather today, and so will support less showers today and tonight. So we'll only be seeing isolated showers or thunderstorms. This will continue Tuesday, but showers will increase again Tuesday night, especially over central and southern areas of the country. Winds today will blow from the east and northeast, 10 to 20 knots, and seas will be moderate. High tides occur at 8:43 this morning and 7:58 tonight. Low tides follow at 1:51 this afternoon and 3:15 tomorrow morning. Temperatures this afternoon peak at 78 Fahrenheit up in the Maya Mountains, 87 along the coast, and 91 inland. The moon comes up at 3:33 this afternoon, and sunset is at 5:17 this evening. And that's the latest from the Belize Weather Bureau. Do have a pleasant day.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, and I'm sure you're waiting anxiously as we are for this Monday morning beef. Jules is also ready. Ren, are you ready?
always ready.
Always ready. You know, it's Monday, and we gotta get started. Jules, good morning. It's Monday.
Yes.
How you do feel today?
Good morning to you both. I didn't see you all before the show. I'm feeling like this has to be the last beef of the Christmas because people not interested in a beef, they're interested in a turkey.
Oh, we gotta do a little turkey.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You do the turkey neck.
I don't have a neck. How can I do a turkey neck?
That's why you need to do the turkey neck. So
Yeah.
you don't have a neck.
So I thought,
I hear you.
You're
Yep.
very grinchy today, though.
I am a
Colours.
Grinch. Oh yes, I am a Grinch. I am the Grinch of 2022. I hope to get not Man of the Year, but Grinch of
Grinch
the Year
of the
because
Year.
I'm so grouchy.
You can use the same quote I get for Christmas for Dolly barbecue and use that right pan, you know, barbecue some beef, I guess. That would have worked.
Look at you.
I know.
Wow.
Putting it all
Have
together.
it all worked out? Yeah, all right.
Yes.
But let's get into this couch shot, because as much as you think people know why, they want to hear from the Grinch that stole Christmas.
Oh,
and they want to know exactly what's going on with this beef, because a lot has taken place. When I was
Right.
seeing the topics, I was like, oh my goodness. So without any further ado, guys, the first topic today is Saldiva. And what's happening as the corpse turns, the verdict of his fate.
So, as the corpse turns, John Saldiva, so the special committee met on Friday, December 2nd. They came up with a decision. It was a very close vote. It's a committee of 7. And they came up with a decision that John Saldivar cannot run for the party. They did not state a specific time frame, and I want to quote from a release that the leader, Shine Barrow, put out on Saturday, right? And this says, and I think we have a screenshot of that release, guys. The special committee was convened. It's not that one. It's not that. The special committee, it's not that. It's not that. The special committee was convened with the mandate to consider and make a definitive decision on the candidacy of John Saldivar. So to make a definitive decision, right? We have it here on screen now, in the face of the designation, etc., etc. Just so we want to reach the important part of it. So it says just a special decision to disqualify as per his binding and final special committee alleged corruption. The binding decision by the special committee on John Saldivar that it is in the best interest of the party that Mr. Saldivar's candidacy be disallowed with immediate effect.
Okay.
So that's what the leader of the UDP has said. So, but it says there that in keeping with due process, Mr. Saldivar may appeal to the binding decision. He may appeal the binding decision to the special committee of the National Party Council. Number one. So now, John Saldivar has put out a release, and that's the first document we were showing. He sent me a release on Friday night. Well, everybody just sent it by WhatsApp. There are no more press releases. So he said, I've been informed by the decision of special committee to refer the matter to the National Party Council. So it's like, so they said National Party Council will decide. That's what he's saying. And the UDP party leader is saying, it's final, it's binding, it's this, but you could appeal, right? And then Mr. Saldivar also sent me, because he's the head of the Caucus for Change, he sent me this from the Caucus for Change. The Caucus for Change is aware of a decision of special committee to UDP to revert to the National Party Council. So you see their consistent messaging is that, well, you're going to National Party Council, make the National Party Council decide. No, and you know, and our caucus is clear and determined in our support for John Saldivar. You all are corpses. This is the zombie king. They are saying, the zombie king, we are with you because we are corpses. Who else can lead us? So they have made it clear, the Caucus for Change has made it clear that they are sticking with John Saldivar. And now that supposedly is a group of 21. Now, why did Shine make it? Because when the decision was made against Patrick Faber, no one was saying that he can go to the NPC. That was it. Nominations committee make a decision.
Binding done.
However, in this case, Shine is still trying to gain the support of the Caucus for Change. He needs their support. Remember, they're the ones who got him elected. They're the ones who protected him against a recall. So remember, the whole process is about gently pushing John Saldivar to the side, but he will not gently go.
We know this.
He will not gently go. So, you know, it's going to the NPC, and there are people like, it's unbelievable that it's like, yeah, we just stick with the man. I understand. I'm not saying John Saldivar is guilty, but perceptually, he's guilty. Perception is fact in politics. You cannot go into an election with the opposition or the ruling party in this case having material against you where you're saying, I make a lot of effing money. I get a lot of effing money from Lev Derman. I take on one fishing trip. There's a recording. That's his voice on the recording. You cannot have that. That cannot exist.
Yeah.
The opposition will run 10 ads on it or the ruling party in this case would run 10. You are political dead meat.
You know, I guess the Caucus for Change in their mind are going with the same thing that John has been saying, that, well, we should let the people decide.
Let the people, who are the people? Who are the people? Again, a convention is not a real representation of the real people in any constituency. Who goes to a convention? Anyone who ever contemplate going to a convention? No, because no sane person goes to a convention. Only people who are hooked and high on politics.
Yeah.
Only people who are drinking the red and the blue Kool-Aid Real people who vote in an election don't go to a convention because a convention is for party sycophants and they play a role. That's important. I'm not dismissing them. But a convention is not the people of Belmopan.
That's true.
A convention is a super small subset of Kool-Aid drinkers. So I'm just saying, you know, it's like, so now it's going to the National Party Council and there'll be another fight. So Shine has to fight this week to try and get the National Party Council on his side. You know, it's going to be an epic struggle to try and get the Carcass for Change to support him. So Shine is this week making moves, and those moves are money moves.
Yeah.
Because politics is a money game, and Shine has to show them the money. He has to say, I will help you with XYZ. I need your support, however. And so it'll be very interesting, and it will say a lot about the UDP. You know, if the National Party Council says, you know what, we're going to keep the man like, wow, that would be amazing to me. But it's the UDP.
Anything possible?
Anything is possible because they are a diseased, malignant corpse. You can't, you know, every week we sit here doing a post-mortem on them, but it's like so hard to do the post-mortem because it's like an ongoing metastasization. They are metastasizing in front of us. Like a corpse, how can a corpse still have metastasis? But they are doing that. Anyway, make it done with them. So yeah, we wait and see as the corpse turns.
Wait and see what John Saldivar does next, yeah?
Well, we don't know yet. Basically, they
He's gonna write the-
Yeah, he's doubling down. He's doubling down. He's saying let the NPC decide. He knows, he believes he has the numbers. He has a carcass
I
with
love
him.
how we had this whole special committee just for still go to the NPC.
Yes.
Like, you know, like...
the special
that's why
committee has
they
made
taking
a
up my
final
mind.
and binding decision, but I want to check with the NPC. Watch out. I'd fire you on the final, but if you want, you could go talk to Sharice. Like, what is that? What is that? It's like
What was the point of it? Like,
right.
That might just fit.
A political party exists to win elections. When the leader says, with you, we cannot win an election, that's what Dean Barrow did in 2020. John Saldivar stepped down in 60 hours. A huge convention that cost $1 million to stage had just been held to elect him. And within 60 hours, he was vaporized because Dean Barrow says, it can't happen. It's
Right.
done. It's done. You can't lead this party. But now they have special committee and NPC, and all this is just because Shine is trying to do a back rub on the Carcass for Change. John Saldivar got them covered. So he's trying to push John Saldivar and hurry. Yeah, it's me, but I feel the same way. I feel even better because I back rub with money. Anyway,
He got the oil.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let's move on to our next item, Jules. So the Prime Minister writes to Janelle's boss.
Yes,
So Shine.
that was an interesting move. You know, the Prime Minister has expressed great impatience with Oceana's Vice President in Belize, Janelle Chanona. He gave an interview saying she's just trying to remain relevant. And, you know, it was a kind of sharp interview, especially if you consider that Janelle's family is considered one of the families of the PUP, right? Her father was a former PUP mayor. He tried to run for Belmopan for PUP. And so it was a surprising interview, but it showed how really upset the Prime Minister was.
yes, yeah.
Like he was PO'd. And you know, he felt like he was blindsided. He felt like they had a conversation, an internal conversation, and then she misinterpreted it and blew it up. But he said, you're just doing this for money or for relevance. But he's taken it a step further, and he has written to Janelle Chanona's boss. We have the text of the letter. That's President Addis. I want to get his proper name here. So Keith Addis, President of the Board of Directors of Oceana. And so he explains in this letter that he makes some important statements that public clarity is necessary because of recent representations made by Oceana Belize on this important subject. So basically, you know, he's kind of like snitching on Janelle to her boss. Like he's saying to her boss, hey, you got a rogue employee here. not in that language, but it's a really, it's an interesting move, and it shows again how really PO'd he is about this whole thing. But he says that Oceana, the offshore petroleum operations, the prohibition on offshore petroleum operations, the government reaffirms its support, which is binding upon the state. So the government is upholding the moratorium. It goes on to explain the government's various commitments that it has shown to the blue economy, to the blue bond, all these things. But the text of the letter is interesting to an extent. But to me, what is most interesting is the entire multi-stage takedown of Janelle Chanona. Now, is he trying to get them to stop from collating this petition, which they are determined to do?
Yeah. I think
That
it's
seems
that,
to
yeah.
be that seems to be the
I
move.
think so. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
Because even at the end, he mentions the referendum, where he says that there's no need for us to go to
Right.
the
If
referendum.
we scroll down to the last paragraph, guys, I consider the referendum proposed by Oceana Belize to be unnecessary. Instead, it would be best for us to re-engage meaningfully. So, but what is happening here, I believe, the Prime Minister, they have the opposition, and the opposition has itself at an all-time low. The government is ruling, the power is almost absolute. And I think they feel tactically that a referendum like this could only stir up resentment against the government. You don't know how these things will unfold into other things. Remember the people's referendum of 2012 that Oceana did almost caused the first Turnbull administration to lose. They came within, if Marcus Pat and Cordell Hyde had run, UDP would have been a one-term government, and a short term, a 4-year term. I'm just saying, from the Prime Minister's perspective, it's strategically important because these small things can have big ripple effect.
Right.
And it can become an outlet for resentment against the government, because there is resentment against the government. But because of the shittenness, of the opposition, they are unable to coalesce, to bring all these entities of resentment to converge. That's the state. But people resent the government. That's a natural state of things.
Yeah. Jules, I have a question. What do you think, or what is your opinion about Janelle's approach? Do you think it was precipitated? Do you think she shouldn't have done what she did, as in regards to like calling the referendum, calling out the government?
My feeling is this: there has never been a treasure that people don't want to exploit. The minute, and this is a part of the blue bond, this is the poison I feel of the blue bond. The minute you start to say our finite, invaluable, priceless natural resources have a value, they love it. The hedge fund managers, all the Swiss Bank International, they love when we monetize. When we say, make we do a blue bond, here's what our natural resources are worth, they love it. Because, forgive my language, we are now entering the game of prostitutes. And you agree that what is priceless and irreplaceable has a price.
Right.
Yeah.
The price might be high, I agree, but it has a price. So the minute you start to say natural resources are commodities which can be bought, sold, traded, valued, the international financial architecture loves it.
Right.
Now you're playing their game, because that's the last thing they don't have, that which is priceless. They have priced everything else.
Yeah.
So I am completely spiritually and in principle opposed to this idea of these blue bonds. They sound so good. They, to me, are a very sinister campaign to monetize, to create a monetary value for that which is irreplaceable and finite, and also to gain sovereign control over what we want to do with our resources. So to me, blue bonds are insidious. My belief. I know I'm in a super minority. However, when the Prime Minister is saying we just want check and we could leverage it, I understand that. I hear his words.
It's so tempting, right? You're like,
It's so tempting. So then you have 500 billion
right.
500 million, whatever, $500 million under the sea. And you said, no, I don't want to use it. Just tell me how much you're
It's
taking.
like whenever like you hide your money and you know where you hid it, right? And then you're like, I'm not gonna go get it.
I don't use that. I saved that for Christmas. Then November 19th, you said, well, I need some there. I can't go get that money. There has never been a treasure in human exploited. Whether it be you go hobbits, we go get it. Why, you know, if anyone has ever watched The Lord of the Ring, why the ring is so precious is because it made a drill. I'm just saying, that's how, so I believe Oceana's tactic does have prudence in it, does have wisdom in it.
Yeah.
Because Oceana is saying, the minute you monetize that, or the minute you say value, the minute you say it has a monetary value, then you enter a different, no country we know, and the Prime Minister admits the same, has ever said, yeah, but we just got that there. How much you pay with it? No country on earth. Every country says, drill, baby, drill.
Right.
Anyway, so I do support, or I do think there's wisdom in Oceana's approach. But I do. Belize Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry, BCAR, BCCAR, and they have started a new online business registry system. So in principle, obviously, we have to support this. It's more modern. It's computer-driven. It's online. You know, we are so seduced into this tendency to think, oh, it's modern, it's online, you could click it, you could WhatsApp there, it's great, it's the best. But I do have issues with it. How does it enhance the ease of doing business in Belize? In the world, it's dysfunctional. We have a dysfunctional investment climate. This has persisted for the entire, I haven't seen it improve. From 1994, I've been in journalism, up until present. I do not think this, as it's currently set up, enhances the ease of doing business. That is my observation. We haven't tried it yet. It may be preliminary, I accept that. I know it makes it more expensive. Certainly it makes it more expensive for a small company like this one. But I can see that it also brings it up to an international standard. I can see that. And it does create a more usable superstructure for doing business. I can accept that. However, the problem I have is that they are charging application fees to agents. So attorneys, law firms, like the law firm that files our annual returns, you know, they pay a fee, we pay them a fee, whatever. But those people now become agents, and they have to pay their annual license fee in US dollars. Now, how can it be that they have to pay annual license fees of 1,500 US to apply to become sole practitioner, legal entity, 1,000 US dollars, and 5,000 US annual license fee? How can a Belizean company, the thing is named Belize Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry, how in the world can they charge in US dollars? So now this has the effect of crowding out law firms that don't have US dollar accounts or don't have big credit cards. I don't know how they would do it.
Yeah.
But it means that smaller law firms that maybe don't have access to those facilities can't use it. Right? It becomes less inclusive. So, but I really don't understand how entity created by the government created a Plan Belize to ease the ease of doing business. Belize Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry can charge these agents in US dollars. No, I'm not crying for law firms. Obviously, we know how we feel about lawyers around here. We don't want to see them. But I'm saying that that something has to be profoundly wrong if they're charging these user fees in US dollars. Yeah. However, I will say, I saw the government release put out on this, and they're saying it will enhance the investment climate, etc. Okay, good. I hear you. I can accept that. But do you want to enhance the investment climate? You want to do that? Create transparency. This government, the previous government, the previous are opposed to transparency. Right. Transparency is the antidote to corruption. Corruption is a tax on the poor. Let us be clear. What they should have created is to make every independent media house in Belize have access to this company's register. Right now, Channel 7 reported that Gel Quarry a company related to a city councillor. A company in which City Councillor Edmund Kwan was the founding director, received a $1.2 million contract. I know other contracts have been received from the City Council. That is a related party transaction. That is a conflict of interest. That is unacceptable. That is the seed of corruption. That's how corruption works. And this is a, let's say it loud, children, PUDP phenomenon. This is what political parties do. This is how they enrich their members. They give them contracts. But for a city council to award a contract to a related party is highly questionable. Now we, the media, should have access to this, just like an agent, without payment, because we provide transparency, which creates for an investment climate. You know why it reduces the cost of investment? Because when you call, you don't have to find out who to pay. That's how investment works in Belize. Who a figure pay? Which minister, which driver, which helper, who a figure pay? This is how it has always worked. This is not a PUP phenomenon. This is a political status quo phenomenon. They love it. You go meet with the minister one day, his bagman comes to visit you the next day. That's real. I have personal knowledge of this. This is a system that I learned about because I became more aware at that time, during Musa Fonseca. It continued during Dean Barrow administration. That is how I became aware of. I was shocked because I really never understand how politics work, but that's how it actually works. You want a casino, you go talk to the person in charge of that or the minister in charge, and the next day the bagman comes here and said the minister needs a campaign contribution. Then Bexpo left Durham. That's what they've been doing. That's the way all of them do.
Yeah. Just come out in the light.
Right? Exactly. Just one thing come out in the light. That's how it works. You want something done, you give a campaign contribution. If you want to create a better investment climate, government of Belize, create transparency, give the media access to this so that any company we want, you know when we want to find out a company, what you have to do? You have to call some friendly somebody and say, boy, snap on these picture of that for me. You have to go through a back door. Boy, help me that. Boy, please. No, man. This is how transparency works. Let the people know that all companies open it. It's not secrets. Open it so that we can see who the shareholders of all these companies are. All these people who get pharmaceutical tenders, they're all shadow companies. Open the thing, make we see it.
Yeah.
Without have to go to Belmopan and apply and pay this. No, man. Immediate transparency, no. It's online, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have to go in our office. Open it for the media. Mr. Prime Minister, if you want transparency, please, sir, make we do it. Make we do it, sir. Make we do it. But
And then speaking on that same note of transparency, let's talk about the Integrity Commission.
Integrity Commission, we've been waiting. It only took them 2 years. First of all, it only took the government 2 years to appoint a public service commission. Jano, this is the centerpiece of the administration of public governance. And it takes 2 years to appoint a public service commission. Wow, that is serious. So, you know, it took 2 years to appoint a public service commission and 2 years to appoint an integrity commission. These are not priorities, right? These are not priorities. But my point about the integrity commission is, the integrity commission is supposed to make sure that there's integrity in public life. But my problem is, how can you have a swearing in and not invite the media? Your job is transparency. Your job is reporting to the people. At least with the last one, which was chaired by attorney Deshaun Torres Arzu, the media was able to get an interview with her on the day of the swearing in. We couldn't attend the meetings, which is bogus. And all their reports, anything they reported was published in the Gazette, in the government Gazette, which is not online. And you know why it's not online? Because they know your business. You want a copy of the Gazette? You have to apply to some office in Belmopan. You have to go to Print Belize. It's ridiculous. Put the Gazette is not online.
Yeah, it's not.
The most important instrument of the state's information output is not online. No. Wait, oh, no, don't need that. That's we business. We run things. Things don't run we. We run, no. So everything they publish is in the Gazette. Man, done with this. If you want to have a serious integrity commission, invite the media to your swearing in, dog. Like, on a swear in and don't even invite the media? What's that?
Yeah.
And you all are about transparency. Integrity in public life is built on transparency. The public has a right to know. The media has a duty to tell.
Yeah.
You don't invite me that your thing, someone just swear in and then send only pictures from press office. Done with that. We are going back way. Take 2 years to appoint it. No media invited. We are going back way. We are going away from transparency. It's outrageous. I done. Indira, incredible Indira Craig.
Oh,
I want big up Indira
that is
Craig,
true.
the incredible Indira. She ran the end of the world marathon, 12 miles, a half marathon. I say she's incredible Indira because days of training, 0. 2 years in a row, days of training, 0. Indira has not run, she don't run a mile, maybe right, leave it. And she went out there and she killed it. 2 years in a row. Respect to that, man. Incredible Indira. She's been reading news for 26 years and it never started when it 10. She started a little after that. So
I
I'm
see where you're
saying
going. I see where you're
Indira
going.
is coming
Yeah.
up on 50 years old, right? So respect to that.
Yes.
Her,
Yeah, definitely have to big her up because although, like you said, she does right and she does take care of herself, she keeps herself fit, but to do this, it kind of makes most people know want to be able to just get up and do it, especially, you know, just seeing her at ease. I saw her on her stories, like, just letting you guys know I'm still alive when she was posting
Yeah.
on her Instagram story.
Okay.
I was like, man, you got in there. I'm like, big up yourself, like, congratulations,
Yes.
because I definitely could not do it, but you can, mama. Watch her right there, like, with and she did laugh, like, this is so easy for her.
incredible Indira. But
Incredible
while you
Indira.
say that she takes care of herself without letting tails out of school, there's a restaurant down Dean Street. I don't know if you know Ali restaurant at the end of Dean Street. Let's just say that's her favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
It's at the, I don't know the restaurant.
KDFC?
What's that?
Is it KDFC?
KDFC. It's Belize's version of KFC.
Yes.
KDF, baby.
Listen to me, you-
If you could figure that out, you know what Palm is Craig.
You that's what I sell out.
I sell out. No, but that makes it more incredible. That makes the story more incredible.
I did try to go that. You know, she takes care. Like,
Source
nah,
of
she just
energy.
eat
That's
the
a
fried
source of
chicken.
energy.
Don't worry about
Chomping that
nothing.
down. Chomping down them chicken leg.
Wow.
Balance. You have to eat some. You have to run off the chicken after you eat it. Okay,
Yes.
so.
Indira, run 2 hours now, so.
No, I really big up her. I
Yeah.
don't sell you in the run that Jules sell
Yeah.
you. I just say you take care of yourself. But without any further ado, you know, big her up. And we do also have an amazing sunrise. I hear that the sunrise are from you. Oh no,
No, this sunrise is from
this is
Switzerland.
from Berries.
It's from Beresford. Yeah.
Okay, from Switzerland.
From
I love, like, you know, it's,
Switzerland.
there's not a lot of sun in Switzerland like that, but I'm glad that he was able to capture this moment and share with us, you know, international. The traffic is crazy, but you see the mountains and everything. It's beautiful. So thank you so much, Berry.
The Alps.
The Alps. You would have ever climbed in the Jules?
If you were in front of me, I would do it just so I
If Indira can do the half marathon, I think we can.
I can
I
time this
believe you.
yourself.
I believe in you.
I can.
Will you
Can.
finish it? That's a different question. I
That's
believe you
a-
could start it. And that's,
Wow,
that's the
this
biggest
is-
thing
this
right
is
there.
how I-
But thank you so much, Jules, for engaging
you.
in these conversations. We could tell you, so the sweat. What
The
you
sweat. This is what happens when you're on the grill. The heat.
But guys, we must take a break from the heat and go into a commercial break. When we are back, we'll be speaking to Paha about a launch of Pahola, an alcohol digital health assistant. What? Technology on its max. Let's go and talk about that. We'll be right back.
I must be dreaming.
Oh no, honey bun, you're not. Everything you hear so far, that's true. Delta Store has a new look. Delta Store is at the same location, right down Albert Street. Delta Store has a wide variety of fabric. Delta Store offers quality and savings. Everything in a Delta Store is only $4.99 or less. Snap out of that dream and head on down to Delta Store today.
Stop, love. Don't paint that wall. I better idea. Let us wallpaper it. It is cleaner, easier, and so beautiful and looks very artistic when it is all done, and takes less time to do up a wall than to use that smelly paint. And guess what? It is romantic.
What you mean romantic? What is romantic about putting up a wallpaper, honey? Tell me more.
Well, you see, we will go to Mikado and see the range of wallpaper. Then we will choose the design together. We will come home and start putting up the wallpaper. And we will be together and be beside each other. We can put wallpaper in all the rooms. And who knows? They even have wallpaper for the baby room too.
Well, I like the sound of that, so what are we waiting for? Let's go to Mercado like now.
Come in, honey.
You can also see our selection of wallpaper on our Facebook page. Like us and follow us on Facebook. Mercado, centrally located in the heart of Belize City at number 37 Albert Street.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize by putting trash in its proper place.
By making sure people enjoy it sustainably.
By wearing my patriotic colors.
By flying our flag.
I show my love for my country by staying up to date on current events.
By being a responsible consumer, buying local, and when I can't use a reusable shopping bag.
By celebrating its heroes.
I show love for my country by speaking about issues that I care about.
By volunteering and helping others, not only myself.
I show my love of country by showcasing culture and traditions to people all over the world.
By obeying laws and advocating for better ones.
I show love for my country by voting.
How do you show your love for Belize? Be an active citizen. Vote.
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 Vote. Vote.
Vote.
Vote.
Vote.
Vote. Vote.
¿Sabías que Hospital Galenia modificó los protocolos de seguridad y prevención de salud ante la pandemia de COVID-19 para evitar contagios?
Se garantiza que todo paciente que llega a quirófano está libre de COVID y durante su periodo de recuperación no va a tener contacto con un paciente infectado.
Hospital Galenia, más que un hospital.
If you've got a lot more good years ahead of you, if you exercise and eat right, but what if something happened? What if you were the 1 in 3 that will be diagnosed with cancer? If you were the 1 in 4 who would suffer serious heart issues? What if it ruined more than your health? What if it ruined your financial stability as well? Sagicor's critical illness solutions can give you confidence in the face of every what if. Let's help you plan for the what ifs today. Talk to your Sagicor advisor or visit sagicor.com.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday episode of Sun Up on 7. It's time for us to talk about the launch of Pahola, an alcohol digital health assistant. And to give us insight into what Pahola is about, what the interaction will be like, and of course, everything, because this is quite a tech-savvy opportunity for us to engage in. We have representatives from PAHO joining us today. Let me introduce our guest. We have Dr. Edwin Bolastig, who is the Health System and Services Advisor at PAHO. Good morning, Doc. It's good to have you once more on our couch.
Good morning. Glad to be back again.
Yes, yes. You know, we're going to be talking some interesting thing about this AI technology and everything, right? Also, your colleague, Alondra Isaguirre, who's National Consultant for NCDs. Alondra, good morning. Good to have you here on our couch, too.
So happy to be back.
Yes.
Gorgeous as always, girl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome, and we're excited to talk. We've already been warming up on the conversation, talking about what we can expect about Pahola, but of course, let's do it for our viewers.
Yeah, let's get started. Guys, for people that are watching the screen and they see, that is actually Pahola right there. There's a face to it and everything. This is so cool. It takes what we think about and how we look at the TV and say, you know, this is AI and everything, but this is now in our context. So I really want to ask, like, you know, what was the process to get to this point now to create Pahola or have it in Belizean context too as well? Like, how was that? So that, if you would want to share with that?
Sure. Well, let me start by saying that we're bringing public health into the 21st century, right? Into the era of the millennials and era of, you know, our Gen Xers or what have you, what sort of generation, maybe Generation Z now, right?
Yeah.
So, in other words, what we're trying to do here is leverage on the level of technology that's available.
Okay.
Of course, it does not come without building the evidence, because a lot of the information that's built into Pahola is based on evidence. So therefore, you could rest assured that when you talk to Pahola, the information that we'll get from Pahola, which is our digital health information assistant, is accurate and is based on evidence. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is that it's available 24/7. Wow. So you could have it in the privacy of your homes, in your room, or wherever you are, accessible 24/7, and also using any device, digital device, whether it's a phone, a laptop, a tablet, you could speak to Pahola.
You can speak to Pahola. What's interesting is that it's an alcohol digital health assistant, right? So Alondra, can you tell us what does that really translate to?
Can you repeat?
What does a digital alcohol digital health assistant translates to?
Okay.
What does that do?
So we are so used to the traditional people going to a health facility or a center or a place where you need and seek help, right? And the AI has the mere focus to just avoid that need to go somewhere to get information and alcohol. And a lot of time people don't get help because they are afraid of the stigma against alcohol consumption. So they don't want to be associated with an alcoholism problem. So being able to just access this artificial health worker, and nobody knows because Pahola is programmed to be anonymous, it's confidential.
Okay.
So you don't have the risk of saying, okay, I saw this person at this center looking for alcohol help, and then she can help you, give you information, increase your alcohol health literacy. And well, she's very practical. She can speak to you in English, in Spanish, French, Portuguese. So that's really awesome that you're able to use different languages with her so you adapt to different populations and group of persons. When we started to implement this initiative here in Belize, we realized that there is a burden related to alcohol consumption. There are over 200 health conditions associated with alcohol consumption, and that includes suicides, alcohol-related disorders, injuries, traffic injuries. You know, drinking and driving is an issue, and we have seen the increase of road traffic incidents here in Belize. So there is it is a public health threat. It is a public health threat, and it's also associated with over 3 million of deaths worldwide. So that's 6 deaths per minute, and consisting of 3/4 of those men and 1/4 of women.
Wow.
So we see that it is really an issue. It is a public health threat, not just for Belize, but everywhere. So there was a need to develop the tool, which is Pahola, and we're happy to be able to implement it here in Belize and see what productivity it can bring to the country.
Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
Alondra, you were talking to us, you know, off camera about how easy it is to talk to Paola, and also in the context of Belize, where I loved how you said we didn't have, I would say a measurement or so, but not everyone goes by measurements, right?
Yes.
Because we don't know exactly like, oh, this is this amount of ounces or whatever it is, right? Can you talk about just the fact that, you know, Paola has that thing with the lines or
Yes.
explain that to them, please, because you did it so well.
Okay, so you can access Pahola on the Ministry of Health's website that was recently launched, and also in the PAHO's website. When you access Pahola, you can ask to speak to her. She will do a set of questions before you get to specific information like what's your age, because it also adapts based on your age, your gender. So she will ask you what's your age, what's your gender, and also what are you here for. If you want to do a risk assessment to see if you're drinking too much alcohol, or if you just want information, or if you just want consequences related to alcohol use. And even it has another section for healthy living that you can just choose. And you can also do a follow-up. So if you already use Pahola and you just want to do a follow-up, you can have that option to do a follow-up as well. So when you do the risk assessment, Pahola asks, you know, how much alcohol or how much drinks are you taking? What's your usual, how often, if you drink 3 to 4 times a week, if you have 3 to 4 cups. And when it does the assessment, it shows you a bottle. And the bottle is full. And it has some lines. It has A, B, C. And it asks you, when you drink alcohol, what's the amount that you drink? And you can choose, okay, so if I drink an entire bottle of beer, for example, and I choose A, it's going to tell you, okay, that's too much. Or if you put B, that it's like halfway, it will tell you, okay, that's fair. That's the amount that is recommended. So it will assess if you're drinking way too much or if your alcohol intake is good or moderate.
Wow. Okay, I love that. So we're informed that we already have the video ready, so it will help to like facilitate you know, what you just explained. Folks, if we can cue in that video for us to see how does Paola
big break,
work.
guys.
Yeah.
Hello, Paola.
Buenos días.
Bom dia.
Hola.
Oi.
Buenos días.
Oi.
É um prazer te conhecer. O que você gostaria de falar hoje?
Beber álcool pode causar câncer?
Há uma forte ligação entre o álcool e as doenças crônicas, particularmente o câncer.
How can I make sure I drink responsibly?
I'm sorry to say, but there's no such thing as responsible drinking.
¿Cómo sé si estoy bebiendo demasiado?
Puedo ayudarte a evaluar si lo que bebes puede causarte daños.
Hi, I'm Paola. I'm the Pan American Health Organization's first digital health specialist on alcohol use. I was built to provide reliable information about the impact alcohol can have on your health. I can also help you check if your drinking is putting your health at risk and guide you through a plan to cut back. Do you think you could benefit from drinking less?
I know I would. Can you please help me?
I'd love to help you. And I promise I won't judge. I'm a digital person after all. I don't know how to judge.
I appreciate that. I do not judge.
Very
you know?
interactive, right?
Yes.
It picks up on cues and, you know, and it leads you to the conversation where, you know, or you also want to lead her to.
Yeah. So, Doc, I want to ask you, so you shared that Paola was, at some point, it was contextualized to fit Belize. How does somebody that interacts with Paola, you know, gives this information, you know, ultimately realize, okay, I need help? How does then that person get linked to healthcare or know which clinic to go, what kind of services to
Right.
access?
So, for example, the referral networks, it would be built. For example, like...
Okay, so in our PAHO webpage, we have a list of resources. If you access Pahola in the PAHO's webpage, it has a list of resources for Belize where you can go to the different offices. It has numbers. So you can also access that information in the webpage, and the Ministry of Health also provides that information.
Okay.
So if you want to do a follow-up with like a physical center or somewhere here in Belize, the information is there available in the website.
So it's customized at the country setting, depending on the resources that you have. Because part of the role of Pahola is to lead you to like a referral pathway.
Yeah. Yes. And I like how, you know, when we were having when Paola was having a conversation, like she's talking about she wants to help, and she's talking about, I read when she was talking about cancer and stuff like that, like, so she's going in depth about what your consumption is going to cause you to have, because I think that's also something where people don't understand. Like, they're going to talk to Paola and she's going to give you information. You might not like the information that you get, but you have to understand that she's going to be giving you the 411 of what this amount of consumption is going to lead you
Right.
to
Yeah.
at some point in time. What are, you know, the benefits of drinking less? And that's why, like the gentleman said, like, he knows he drinks too much.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, you know, Paola offers, that opportunity to talk to somebody that's not going to judge you,
Yep.
that's going to give you that responsible drinking is actually not a real thing. I didn't even know that. I was
There's
like,
nothing
oh.
as responsible.
No,
I did not know
there's
that at all.
actually no safe. There's a question there about Paula. What's a safe level? There's no safe level. That's a misconception.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So all of that information
So
she's going to
any
give
level
us
of alcohol has some harm.
Yeah.
Oh. But there's a great referral process. So in the case that, you know, somebody's drinking like around 1 o'clock in the morning, like you were saying, because this is 24/7, you know, it doesn't matter the time that you want to access Paola. They're going to be able to get that information. And in the case they want to be referred, they can be able to get referred to their, like, after. Like, they're going to have the access to the resources there,
Yes,
right?
the information will be there.
Interesting.
Okay.
So, could you talk to us just a little bit about, you know, the most common, I would say, diseases or, you know, that is associated with alcohol consumption that people may not be aware of? Because I'm sure there's some people listening in right now that say, you know what, I drink a moderate amount. Alcohol doesn't do me anything. The saying when I say, Alondra, a cup of wine a day keeps the doctor away. There's a million and one things. But can you talk to us, you know, about why it's important to access Paola and get this information because of what is out there?
Right. So liver cirrhosis, right? We all know that's a common thing, right?
Yeah.
But then it also causes pancreatitis and a lot of cancers. People may not be aware that it could cause oral cancers.
Oh, really?
Yes. And other cancers as well, you know. So there are many other diseases that could actually be, you know, hypertension is also attached to alcohol. And of course, the many other things that other public health concerns mentioned by Alondra, like suicides, road traffic accidents, you know, interpersonal domestic violence.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
No, I mean, that is, we may not see it as a problem, but it is.
Yeah.
Because some people behave differently when they're under the influence, right?
That is true.
And so that could lead to what you call interpersonal violence, you know,
Yeah.
or domestic violence, as you call it.
You know, there's some people that use alcohol when they're depressed and they drink on top of that, and that doesn't support the whole situation. So I know talking to Paola is going to be able to give
So
you
you
that.
can see there is cirrhosis, mouth cancer, pancreatitis, TB, colorectal cancer, breast cancer, and hypertensive heart disease.
Wow.
To name a few, right?
Right.
Because there are 200 conditions that are associated with alcohol drinking.
Yeah.
And that's not known. I mean, you just think that cirrhosis is the most commonly, you know, you're like, they say, oh, you're frying your liver when you take so much alcohol, but there's a lot more that it does to your body.
So Paola is definitely an information-rich platform that we encourage everybody to go and access. So it's officially launched. Can you remind us, where can we go and access Paola? Do we need to download an app? How can we go about navigating?
Okay, you can search on the website, on Google Chrome, you can go and type paho.org, or you can also do the Ministry of Health for Belize website. On the Ministry of Health, you go on resources, and right below resources, it shows Paola. So you can access her there too.
And anytime.
Anytime, 24 hours a day.
Perfect.
One comment that you can just maybe add on, Alondra, is this might not just be for yourself, because I know you mentioned that this could be something where if you have a loved one that's drinking a lot or something, a daughter or whatever, and you want to be able to access that information, Paola can also help you with that. And I really like when you guys had mentioned that it doesn't have to be just for self, it can be for people around you.
Yeah, the thing is, alcohol is so normalized. Alcohol consumption, you know, you go to a christening, there's alcohol. You go to a child's birthday party, there's alcohol. And a lot of times we don't realize when we're drinking too much and when there is a problem. So sometimes you as a person don't realize it, but let's say my brother noticed that I am drinking too much, and he can access Paola to see how best he can assist me. See that there is a problem and I need help. So it's not just me as a consumer, it's also my loved ones who can support me through the access of Paola.
Yeah, let me just add as well, right? Normally, health workers, doctors are very busy. So if they need to share more information, they could refer them to Paola, right? Say you go to the website and then access Paola, or even our community health workers, right? So they may have the basic information, but Paola has a lot more information to share. So teachers, health workers, other professionals, and the workplace too. For example, EAP, programs, and if there's someone who's struggling with alcoholism or that kind of thing, or to prevent people from getting into an alcohol habit, is already to refer to Pahola.
Yeah, thank you for contextualizing it, because it's not just like healthcare persons, but it's for everybody's use. So thank you so much for that.
So guys, please access Pahola. It's gonna be a different experience. Literally, as you were seeing the video, I was like, oh, she's gonna talk to you, but there's also the feature in the case you don't wanna talk that you can type to as well. But whatever it is, seek the information. Is readily available 24/7. Numerous languages to go from. So like, there's no reason that you can't just get that information and pass it on, even if you don't need it personally. There are many loved ones, there are people, co-workers, or so that you want to help out. Pass them on to Paola, get that information, and let's support each other, because why not use what we have? Like, the advantage is there, and it's free. Like, once you have Wi-Fi, you should be fine.
Exactly.
So make sure you go and access. And I just want to commend you guys also on this, because this is great. And I know you guys had mentioned or hinted that this is just the first step with alcohol consumption. There's more that can come from this. And it's really exciting to see, where we're going when it comes to AI technology.
There's Pahola has a sister named Florence.
Okay.
And we're going to get Florence
She's the
in.
digital health assistant for tobacco.
Oh.
So this is just the start.
Yeah. So we're going to see you guys
Yes.
and we're excited because we're loving it.
Next time we'll talk about Florence.
I know we're going to talk about Florence next
you
time,
should
guys.
meet
And
Florence.
Yeah.
We're getting into the new ages of technology and seeing how really this can work and be convenient to us. So access, Paola, you can go on Paho's
Actually, Pahola has an option where you choose healthy living, and she takes you directly to Florence, and Florence can address tobacco use, healthy eating, physical activity. So it has different topics that you can access also on Florence.
She passed you on to her sister. I love it, guys. But again, thank you so much for all of this. We're going to pass you on to our commercial break. And when we're back, we're going to be talking to the Resource Center and getting some exciting scoops on what's happening there. Stay tuned.
I must be dreaming.
Oh no, honey bun, you're not. Everything you hear so far, that's true. Delta Store has a new look. Delta Store is at the same location, right down Albert Street. Delta Store has a wide variety of fabric. Delta Store offers quality and savings. Everything in a Delta Store at only $4.99 or less. Snap out of that dream and head on down to Delta Store today.
Stop, love. Don't paint that wall. I have a better idea. Let us wallpaper it. It is cleaner, easier, and so beautiful, and looks very artistic when it is all done, and takes less time to do up a wall than to use that smelly paint. And guess what? It is romantic.
What you mean romantic? What is romantic about putting up a wallpaper, honey? Tell me more.
Well, you see, we will go to Mikado and see the range of wallpaper. Then we will choose the design together. We will come home and start putting up the wallpaper. And we will be together and be beside each other. We can put wallpaper in all the rooms. And who knows, they even have wallpaper for the baby room too.
Well, I like the sound of that. So what are we waiting for? Let's go to Mercado like now.
Come in, honey.
You can also see our selection of wallpaper on our Facebook page. Like us and follow us on Facebook. Mercado, centrally located in the heart of Belize City at number 37 Albert Street.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize by putting trash in its proper place.
By making sure people enjoy it sustainably.
By wearing my patriotic colors.
By flying our flag.
I show my love for my country by staying up to date on current events.
By being a responsible consumer, buying local, and when I can, use a reusable shopping bag.
By celebrating its heroes.
I show love for my country by speaking about issues that I care about. by volunteering and helping others, not only myself.
I show my love of country by showcasing culture and traditions to people all over the world.
By obeying laws and advocating for better ones.
I show love for my country by voting.
How do you show your love for Belize? Be an active citizen. Vote.
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 Vote. Vote.
Vote.
Vote.
Vote. Vote. Vote.
¿Sabías que Hospital Galenia modificó los protocolos de seguridad y prevención de salud ante la pandemia de COVID-19 para evitar contagios?
Se garantiza que todo paciente que llega a quirófano está libre de COVID y durante su periodo de recuperación no va a tener contacto con un paciente infectado.
Hospital Galenia, más que un hospital.
If you've got a lot more good years ahead of you, if you exercise and eat right, but what if something happened? What if you were the 1 in 3 that will be diagnosed with cancer? If you were the 1 in 4 who would suffer serious heart issues? What if it ruined more than your health? What if it ruined your financial stability as well? Sagicor's critical illness solutions can give you confidence in the face of every what if. Let's help you plan for the what ifs today. Talk to your Sagicor advisor or visit sagicor.com.
Good morning, Sun Up on 7 family. Welcome back to your Monday episode of Sun Up on 7. Thank you so much for tuning in. And right now we're going to be talking about an exciting Christmas dinner fundraiser that the Welcome Resource Center is going to be hosting. If you're not familiar with the Welcome Resource Center, well, today is the opportunity for you to find out more what services they have available, where it's located, and of course, how can you support them. This is an initiative conducted by the Belize Mental Health Association. So let's do our part to support mental health, support the Welcome Resource Center. So to give us everything about the fundraiser, we have Shirley Salgado, who's the acting administrator at the Welcome Center. Good morning, Shirley.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us this Monday to talk about this Christmas dinner. And also, we would love to hear more about what the Welcome Resource Center is about.
Okay, so basically the Welcome Resource Center started in July of 2013, and we are still running strong. We're like a social center for the mentally ill, the homeless, the elderly. So we have some deportees, some recovering addicts.
Okay.
What they do is they come over, they take a shower, they get breakfast, lunch. You know, they play games, watch TV, just basically something that they can do for the day. And our Christmas party is just an initiative that we have for them to like just have some normalcy in everything. And we always just try to do everything for our participants so that they can feel appreciated and loved. This year we'll be having it on the 23rd, 10 o'clock. And we're just asking, you know, for like help and stuff like that because we're an NGO. So everything that we have is just like been given to us.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do this year.
So what would this help look like to us? Because, you know, is it like food? Would you prefer money? Like maybe somebody donate a sack of rice? Like what would you want that help to look like?
Well, actually we're doing a turkey dinner. Then we usually have a bag that we pack for them for a week. And we have goodie bags as well and care packages. We already have some stuff donated. It's just like the last bit of stuff that we need. You can either donate money or you can donate in-kind stuff like, yes, the sack of rice, beans, you know, a box of sausage, box of potted meat, stuff like that we put in their bags. For more information, you can look us up on Facebook. It's Welcome Resource Center. We have a website as well. You can call my number. It's 605-6859.
I love how sure they watch me like,
Yeah.
just gave my number out there. Yes, girl.
First of all, I think that's the wrong number.
That's okay, But you rightly mentioned that people can go to the Facebook page of, of the Welcome Resource Center
Please
to find
go
out.
for the Facebook page because I think I give the wrong number just now.
That's okay, that's okay.
Totally fine,
Right.
girl. Because, I mean, going on the Welcome Resource Center page makes them see exactly to us.
Yes.
Well. And then they're showing also on the screen,
On the
the
screen.
actual location of the building. You guys, I know no miss it before. You've passed this building before.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. So, I mean, thank you for also sharing, what kind of services the Welcome Resource Center has about. We've had this kind of like a snippet on the conversation with Lady Katia Esquivel when she's been on our couch before. And she also shared of how much the fund constraints are for the Welcome Resource Center to being able to operate. So this is a call for everybody that's willing to support the Welcome Resource Center. And I'm sure, it can extend beyond just the Christmas support.
We always ask people if you have clothing that you don't wear anymore, you can go and donate to us. If you have like a pack of toilet paper, it was spare pack of toilet paper, you could bring, it doesn't have to be something that's grand. Any small gesture would be appreciated.
Yeah, because, I mean, you guys are doing, as an NGO, and I don't really have money like that. You're doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Yes.
It's not, a lot of people come and volunteer there, so it's not like you have a big staff to help fund and push things too that are happening. And honestly, guys, I've been there before. It's an amazing place to see. Like, they come, they get their nicely bath, they get a fresh pair of clothes, they get to play games with each other, and like, they have their whole socialization session taking place.
Yes.
And it's so sweet when you see them coming together, because honestly, they're human beings just like everybody else that deserve to feel that cheer of Christmas.
Yes. This year, our participants put up, I let them put up the Christmas tree and decorate the building, because usually I am the one who does it, but they volunteered this year to do it.
That's so cute.
And they always look forward for our Christmas party. It's just the one time of year that we just try to make them feel special, and I try my best just to reach out to everyone to just make it a moment that would, resonate with them for that year.
Can people still come and volunteer too as well? Would you guys appreciate any assistance or so?
We always ask for volunteers. It doesn't there's always stuff there that needs to be done, and the participants like people there, because you can go there, you could play cards with them, you could play dominoes with them, bingo, you can do their nails, do their hair. They always want people there, and they talk to people as well. They like to interact with people. So I always encourage people, it's nothing to be afraid of, because I know there's a lot of stigma between mental illness and stuff like that. No, that's not the case. Our participants are very, very sweet. And most of the time, they won't even remember you if you know where you go. So it's just like, it's just for the moment, just to be in their presence and just get to know them on that personal level.
Wow.
And can you again just speak on the population that you guys serve to, just in case somebody forgot or didn't hear, so they can know all the different type of people that you guys help?
Yes, so it's mentally ill people, elderly people, homeless, some recovering addicts, some deportees. And a lot of people always reach out to us and see if they can send their relatives there. And we always encourage people, if you have a relative that's on the spectrum or anything like that, as long as they're medicated, because we do not provide the medication aspect, they can come in for the day. You don't really pay for the services, but if you can donate something, it's okay. And we try our best to look out for our participants.
Yeah. I love, and you share that you're going to make them feel special on Christmas Day, but it sounds like you make them feel special every day.
Every day.
Right? And just by the gestures, by the kind of comfort that you give them, I mean, I'm sure they feel loved and appreciated.
Yes, we try our best to make everything feel normal. Like, we have regular conversations with them. I always tell them to smile. And somebody, especially if you guys know Anita, she always tell us she tired of we, because we always we nag her a lot. We're like, Anita, why were you over there? And she's always dancing. We're like, Anita, please go home, find a house. Every time we see them per street, we just run joke with them and stuff like that, just so you know.
And they love that.
Yes, it's like they're our family. We're like a big part of our family there. And if one day, one of them not come, why you never come yesterday? I know I hear no excuse. I know I hear what you need to do. We just want to know where you guys are at all times, And we always encourage people to look out for them on the street and not be cruel with people, because you can never know when you're going to be in that same situation.
Yeah.
And that's somebody's family too as well.
Exactly.
So it's really the kindness the patience that you guys have, the love that you guys have to do. This is not easy, and that's why I'm really happy to, see that you're getting almost close to the mark that you guys need. It's just a little bit more help, guys. And you can call in and say exactly how you can donate. And do also understand, even if they get their quota and everything, donate still, because every day they provide these meals. Every day they provide the water. So if you want to contribute something towards the water bill, if you want to give some clothes, some soap or whatever it is, like, give these little things. Don't hesitate and think it's small or whatever it is. It goes a long way. Toilet paper, like you mentioned, I like that, because people never even think about that, Yes. And I know Lady Esquivel talked about how they do some chores and they earn a little money here and there
they
too
get a
as
little
well.
stipend. We do help out the ones that want to work, and even the ones that want to find jobs. We try to help them as well. Like we train, we basically call it train them to clean up and stuff like that, so they can go and clean for other people. And yeah, we just try to make everything just seem normal for them, and because when they go out there, people aren't very kind to them.
Yeah.
So we try our best to make them feel happy and comfortable whenever they go to the center. And I always tell people, you can always feel free to stop in and just see for yourself how everything is run, And when it comes to donations, it doesn't always have to be money. I always tell people it doesn't always have to be money. We do have a lot of people volunteering. They give us a little like a little monthly donation. They have some people paying our light bill.
Wow.
And we're very proud and we're very happy for the people who are always looking out for the center. So whatever donations you can give, we're always welcoming of it.
I love that.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Shirley. Thank you so much for coming and give us an orientation about what the Welcome Resource Center does. Making a call for the Christmas dinner. If you can make any contributions toward making this memorable event for the guests of the Welcome Center, please, by all means, do that. You can go to their Facebook page or their website to find more details. That is your contact information, banking information.
Yes.
Let's make this event for them happen.
It's
I mean,
the
it's
23rd
Christmas.
of December, guys, and it's going to be at 10 a.m., like you mentioned.
Yes.
And they're providing a whole meal, and not only that, they're trying to give a goodie bag too as well, so they can be able to, when you go up on your long Christmas break, they have to go on a long Christmas break too. And then I know the center isn't necessarily always open for all the days too as well. And so they get that little package so they can carry on throughout the time.
Yes, because we're going to be off for 1 week. Because honestly, during Christmas time, they don't want to be at the center anyway. They want to be out there getting everything that's given out to them. They're like, okay, we are given a 1 week off, but we'll make sure we have everything we need for the week. And then we're going to return back January 2nd.
Wow.
Perfect. See? So, guys, make sure you try to extend your kindness, volunteer, extend anything that you can, and call in just to say what the help could look like for you. Because you never know what it is that you have the thing right there, your house, and you never know. Pull it out. And so, thank you so much, Shirley, for being
Thank you,
here.
Shirley.
You got through it, see?
Yes.
You did an excellent job.
You did a great job just now.
You.
A great job.
I'm
So thank you
proud
for
of
accepting our invitation, and thank you for all the work you do for our Belizeans. Yes.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Is there any final words you want to give to people out there that are listening, that, they've opened their hearts now, listening to all that you guys do?
Well, I just want to encourage people to be kind to each other and to always just help whenever you can, even if it's just like kind words and stuff like that. And I just want to repeat my correct phone number. It's 605-4869 or 202-2511 for the center.
Beautiful.
You got it?
Very good.
Yes. Just took it after the segment. Almost the end. We still
Good
get
job.
it, girl.
Good
That's
job.
all that matters.
Yes. Good
Thank
job.
you so much. And with that, guys, we go to our next commercial break. When we're back, we're going to be talking to Galen about what? A great bachelor's program. How can you get involved? All the deets, all the juice, and much, much more. Stay tuned.
I must be dreaming.
Oh no, honey bun, you're not. Everything you hear so far, that's true. Delta Store has a new look. Delta Store is at the same location. Right. Quality and savings. Everything in a Delta Store for only $4.99 or less. Snap out of that dream and head on down to Delta Store today.
Stop, 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 love. Don't paint that wall. I have a better idea. Let us wallpaper it. It is cleaner, easier, and so beautiful and looks very artistic when it is all done, and takes less time to do up a wall than to use that smelly paint. And guess what? It is romantic.
What you mean romantic? What is romantic about putting up a wallpaper, honey? Tell me more.
Well, you see, we will go to Mikado and see the range of wallpaper. Then we will choose the design together. We will come home and start putting up the wallpaper. And we will be together and be beside each other. We can put wallpaper in all the rooms. And who knows, they even have wallpaper for the baby room too.
Well, I like the sound of that, so what are we waiting for? Let's go to Mikado like now.
Come in, honey.
You can also see our selection of wallpaper on our Facebook page. Like us and follow us on Facebook. Mikado, centrally located in the heart of Belize City at number 37 Albert Street.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize.
I show my love for Belize by putting trash in its proper place.
By making sure people enjoy it sustainably.
By wearing my patriotic colors.
By flying our flag.
I show my love for my country by staying up to date on current events.
By being a responsible consumer, buying local, and when I can, use a reusable shopping bag.
By celebrating its heroes.
I show love for my country by speaking about issues that I care about.
By volunteering and helping others, not only myself.
I show my love of country by showcasing culture and traditions to people all over the world.
By obeying laws and advocating for better ones.
I show love for my country by voting.
How do you show your love for Belize? Be an active citizen. Vote.
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 Vote. Vote.
Vote.
Vote.
Vote.
Vote.
¿Sabías que Hospital Galenia modificó los protocolos de seguridad y prevención de salud ante la pandemia de COVID-19 para evitar contagios?
Se garantiza que todo paciente que llega a quirófano está libre de COVID y durante su periodo de recuperación no va a tener contacto con un paciente infectado.
Hospital Galenia, más que un hospital.
If you've got a lot more good years ahead of you, if you exercise and eat right, but what if something happened? What if you were the 1 in 3 that will be diagnosed with cancer? If you were the 1 in 4 who would suffer serious heart issues? What if it ruined more than your health? What if it ruined your financial stability as well? Sagicor's critical illness solutions can give you confidence in the face of every what if. Let's help you plan for the what ifs today. Talk to your Sagicor advisor or visit sagicor.com.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to your Monday episode of Sun Up on 7. For the folks that are, getting to work or getting to school, we just want to wish you a safe journey. And thank you so much for still staying with us, despite, you're already getting a bit busy. This is an exciting conversation we're going to be having right now as it regards to Galen, providing more opportunities to study. So they're going to be talking about 2 degrees that they've recently launched. So to give us an insight into what the degrees are and, of course, their partnership with the Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College, let me introduce our guests. We have Dr. Eve Aird, who is the Provost at Galen University. Dr. Eve, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for accepting our invitation and for joining us to share this exciting, venture of Galen. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very good, actually, and I'm especially excited to be here to talk about our partnership with Centro Escolar Mexico, the launch of our northern campus. But before I get there, could I just make a plug for Paolo for the first segment that I heard earlier?
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful initiative, and I actually asked the folks from PAHO if they could give me the link and could be mounted on our website and make it available to our students at Galen University. And I want to share it with all these Atlib junior colleges across and the University of Belize. I think it's our students especially need it.
Beautiful. I am glad you're making very good use of that opportunity that will benefit the students as well. And also joining this conversation, we have Mr. Hugo Gonzalez, who's the Dean of Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College. He's joining us via Zoom. Mr. Hugo, how are you feeling today?
Good morning. Excellent, excellent. I'm actually glad to have this opportunity to be with you guys on the show this morning, and I'm very excited about our partnership with Galen University. And Dr. Ayer, good morning.
Good morning, Hugo.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and greetings to you and your staff at Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College. So let's talk about the launch of these programs, Dr. Ayer.
Well, the initiative actually came from talking with the Ministry of Education regarding their plan for higher education development, but also their plan for education in Belize on a whole, their strategic development plan. My colleagues and I at Galen realized that there was a lot of emphasis that could be placed on vocational and technical education. And we really do not have a teacher education program in Belize that focuses specifically on vocational and technical education. We also realized that there was a lot of emphasis after talking with people over the years in the private sector for well-developed, well-skilled people in vocational and technical fields to work with in the private sector. Because of our relationship with Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College, and in particular my relationship with Mr. Gonzalez, we know that they have a well-equipped program. They have a very good associate's degree program in the vocational technical fields, as well as in business administration, entrepreneurship, and so on. So earlier this year, we visited with Mr. Gonzalez to talk about how we could work with him to build on their programs, that is to build year 3 and year 4 on their degree programs, so that we could offer a bachelor degree programs in vocational technical fields, for example, in electronic and electrical engineering and architecture, and so on, hospitality, tourism management, partnering with them to utilize their physical resources, because we don't have labs at this point in our development, but they do have well-equipped labs. They have a well-trained staff, a well-qualified staff. And we especially wanted to work with them to develop a bachelor's degree program that is giving the pedagogy as well as providing some content at the 3rd and 4th year levels to prepare teachers to teach in technical and vocational education. And we spoke about what that relationship would look like. It was well received by Mr. Gonzalez, and here we are. In January, we hope to launch open the Northern Campus, so to speak. We will have bachelor degree programs in business administration, in entrepreneurship, accounting, hospitality, tourism management. We'll be working on that. And we begin the work of developing the other programs that we don't have at this point. Our faculty will collaborate with Mr. Gonzalez's faculty, and but we begin to admit our first intake of students in January.
Wow, so it sounds like this is the start of our relationship that is going to just keep on blooming and offering more to the north, I'm thinking, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask you, Mr. Hugo, how does your college feel about this opportunity, and also how does this translate to in the impact that it will have in the northern part of the country?
Well, yes. First instance, when I went to the Board of Management with this plan, what transpired was that. Excuse me there.
No, they're saying, hey, I see you.
Sorry about that. Okay. What transpired was that it was embraced by my board because for two primary reasons. One, we are giving some of our students and people in the area an opportunity to have access at a bachelor's degree. You know, sometimes when students have to travel, they have to stay out of district, so they are cutting costs a little bit per se.
Right.
Also, Dr. Ayer just spoke about new areas. some of these we don't have at the bachelor's level in country as yet. And so our students would have to leave the country to earn a bachelor's degree in those areas. So for us, it's very exciting. Ever since we went public with the flyer and mentioned the fact that we're going to open this northern campus, people have been very excited. Our students have been very excited about this opportunity, especially because some of them now, after graduating from Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College, they can easily transition into Galen University and get their credits transferred. And since we have a 2+2 program going, in 2 years, in an additional 2 years, they would be able to have their bachelor's degree.
Wow.
That's right.
That's really exciting, you know, and the fact that people are already gravitating towards it and
Yes.
want to take opportunity of this new
That's right.
venture.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like the impact that this is gonna have because like Mr. Gonzalez was mentioning that there's some of the programs that they don't offer. So that in itself just like was key to my
Yes.
mind of like, this is opening a whole new door when it comes to Galen, to this partnership, to education.
Right.
Like it really is enhancing the experience that people are gonna be able to access. Because he said it clearly, people have to go out to find these topics. So this is right here at home.
That's right. And one of the things that I think that is important is that these are degree programs that are developed for Belize, by Belizeans, but that it responds to immediate socioeconomic development needs of this country. We could say that Galen has online programs across the country and people can access them, but not everybody is comfortable in the virtual world. So what we're going to be doing is offering face-to-face classes at the site of on Centro Escolar's campus using their classrooms and their labs. It's not to say that some of the classes will not be online because they will have to be, but most of the classes will be face-to-face. So what we're doing is a hybrid modality. Some classes on campus and some classes virtually. And the virtual is important because we are living in the 21st century. More and more of what we do is done online, right. And so we do want students to feel comfortable in the virtual world, and we'll help them to do that. But most of the classes will be face-to-face for them.
And they can be able to,
Right.
starting this January right
Right.
here. So talk a little bit, Dr. Aird, about registration process. Imagine someone's hearing this conversation right now, and they're like, oh, is it too late to register? What can I do? I want to be involved in these programs.
We will be having some virtual sessions. In fact, this afternoon, our Director of Marketing, Miss Beverly Feet, will be meeting with some of the students who want to join our Faculty of Arts and Science program. So they will be talking about the process of applying and registration. But essentially, students will can download the applications forms from our website. We will and they will be available at Centro Escolar as well. So between a collaboration with Mr. Gonzalez and us, we will get the application form. Students apply, and for the registration and the orientation, we will go out there to them.
Oh wow!
And how long will this process take too as well, just so people can know like they don't miss their shot?
Well, orientation will be in I think it is the second week of January, but we will be sending the information to them directly, and we will keep in touch with them. When we register and orient new students, we have a WhatsApp group that we keep providing them as they apply. We keep providing them with information as it comes into them.
Yeah.
So they get it right on their phone. They get it right on their phones. Yes.
I love that.
I want to bring back Mr. Ugo into the conversation and ask you, Mr. Ugo, can you please, for folks that are hearing this conversation and have their interest has been piqued as in regards to getting involved in these bachelor degree courses, give them some words of encouragement as to why they should get involved and, of course, why they should come to Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College.
Well, first and foremost, let me say that, I must mention that our partnership with Galen came as a result of both institutions being very active. We are very active institutions. We are doers, and so you know, for us to be able to partner with them is a great privilege. And so with that, I encourage students to come in and apply for the program. This is something new for our part of the country. And at the same time, you know, we are going to keep up with the standard that Galen is already offering. And so they have to make most of this opportunity. I firmly believe that our people in the entire Corozal district and Orinjoa have to certainly make the most of this opportunity. It will be one that, you know, overall will assist them to get that bachelor's degree that some of them thought that would be impossible. And at the same time, we are here to support them and to give them assistance in any way possible for them to achieve this dream that some of them may already have.
Okay, wow, thank you. So I want to ask you, somebody asked me to frame this question. What's the cost we're looking at for this degree?
For Galen University, our bachelor degree courses are pitched at $320 per credit hour. And so if we expect that students will do about 64 credits at Galen, that gives you an idea, 64 by 320, what it would cost.
Okay.
We do have a student financial services unit that meets with students on a one-on-one basis and works out either a student loan program, if the students need a loan program, at a reasonable interest rate. I think the interest rate is 7%, or they can work out a payment plan.
Okay.
And what they do, we have student finance officers that meet with the students. It's not that it's a one thing that fits everybody.
Yeah.
You meet with the students, and we meet with them, talk with them, what it is that they need, what they can afford, and we work out. And all we do is that once a student signs an agreement with us, we ask that they meet their commitments, and if they run into trouble, they call the student finance officer and say, this is what is happening to me.
Wow.
So there are definitely different avenues that you can be able to branch out and see how it can be able to make this work for you, because there are great courses to be offered. It's a great opportunity to be able to get your education, quality education as well, so, whether it be face-to-face or virtual or so, because like you mentioned, there are a lot of people, especially when you're thinking about your bachelor's, I think most people, for the most part, even they want to see that teacher, they want to have that classroom experience, they want to have that campus life, and that is something that they can be able to get.
And for the young person, or for somebody who is just starting their career, or who is at the midway point, you're investing in 2 years of your life for the future. You know, so it will cost you. This is what it's going to cost you. But think about the long-term investment. What you will gain in terms of immediately what your salary would look like, what your retirement benefits 20, 30 years down the road would look like. You're investing in your future. You're investing in your career. You're investing what you can offer wherever it is that you're working, whether it's in a club, you're a teacher in the classroom, you're in industry, you're working as an architect or at BL as an engineer. You're investing in your career and in the country, and there's some long-term gain, the benefits.
It's an investment. Education is an investment, definitely.
It is.
As we're wrapping up this segment, Mr. Gonzalez and also Dr. Aird, I want you to both, Mr. Gonzalez first and then Dr. Aird, just share some last sentiments and words to, parents out there, teachers or students or so forth, when it comes to getting this quality education, and why they should really, make sure this is their choice, this is their investment.
Okay, well, for the people that are watching us live at this time, if you all want additional information, you can visit me here at Centro Escolar Diego Junior College, and I will be willing to assist you to get all information that you need so that, we can start off this journey. This journey that Dr. Aird said rightly is an investment in yourself. I take this opportunity to motivate you all to continue studying, to ensure that, you make yourselves even more marketable by gaining a higher degree. So with that being said, we are very, very excited about this venture. And also, we want everyone in the northern part of the country to be aware that this opportunity is here. It is a reality, and we are here to assist you for any of the needs that you may have.
Beautiful.
For anybody who wants further information, I invite them to call 615-3129. That is our marketing officer's telephone number. We are excited about this partnership with Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College. We think that it is going to have some wonderful benefits, not only for the people of the North, but also for all of Belize. Right. Both Galen and, as Mr. Gonzalez mentioned, both Galen and Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College are very proactive institutions. We have a similar call to serve our country, to participate, collaborate in national development. And for us, this is a natural fit for where we at Galen want to go. And I think where Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College also wants to go. We're really excited. And I want to make a plug for our Saturday, December 10th. This Saturday, we're having our first Galen Alumni Day, where we hope to we intend to establish our Galen Alumni Association, and we invite all of our alumni to join us at our Central Farm campus.
It's going to definitely be exciting to see your past, classmates, see how they're doing. That's going to just be a trip, guys. So for all of my fellow Eagles, make sure you make it out to that day. Right. It's going to be beautiful. You really have that time of saying, like, where are we now? Right. How can we contribute back to the institution that has been given so much to us?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here,
Thank you to you both.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gonzalez, for the incredible work you guys are doing and the opportunities and advantages you're allowing for students to be able to enhance their experience when it comes to their education and their overall investment into the country. But without any further ado, we go to our next commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Be dreaming.
Oh no, honey bun, you're not. Everything you hear so far, that's true. Delta Store has a new look. Delta Store is at the same location, right down Albert Street. Delta Store has a wide variety of fabric. Delta Store offers quality and savings. Everything in a Delta Store at only $4.99 or less. Snap out of that dream and head on down to Delta Store today.
Stop, love. Don't paint that wall. I have a better idea. Let us wallpaper it. It is cleaner, easier, and so beautiful, and looks very artistic when it is all done, and takes less time to do up a wall than to use that smelly paint. And guess what? It is romantic.
What you mean romantic? What is romantic about putting up a wallpaper, honey? Tell me more.
Well, you see, we will go to Mikado and see the range of wallpaper. Then we will choose the design together. We will come home and start putting up the wallpaper. And we will be together and be beside each other. We can put wallpaper in all the rooms. And who knows, they even have wallpaper for the baby room too.
Well, I like the sound of that. So what are we waiting for? Let's go to Mikado like now.
Come in, honey.
You can also see our selection of wallpaper on our Facebook page. Like us and follow us on Facebook. Mikado, centrally located in the heart of Belize City at number 37 Albert Street.
¿Sabías que Hospital Galenia modificó los protocolos de seguridad y prevención de salud ante la pandemia de COVID-19 para evitar contagios?
Se garantiza que todo paciente que llega a quirófano está libre de COVID y durante su periodo de recuperación no va a tener contacto con un paciente infectado.
Hospital Galenia, más que un hospital.
If you've got a lot more good years ahead of you, if you exercise and eat right, but what if something happened? What if you were the 1 in 3 that will be diagnosed with cancer? If you were the 1 in 4 who would suffer serious heart issues? What if it ruined more than your health? What if it ruined your financial stability as well? Sagicor's critical illness solutions can give you confidence in the face of every what if. Let's help you plan for the what ifs today. Talk to your Sagicor advisor or visit sagicor.com.
Channel 7's Christmas Bram is here. It's all happening from Sunday, December 11th to Thursday, December 15th.
And we want you to come up on all the giveaways. So how do you do that?
Come to our office on Albert Street to buy your 25-cent ticket. You can buy as many as you want for more and more chances at a prize.
That ticket gets your name in the barrel and gives you a chance to win cash prizes, jewelry, electronic appliances, and much, much more.
Then, join us in person on Thursday, December 15th for the Brams Grand Finale at Blue Martini. Your $10 entrance gets you a golden ticket to win even bigger prizes.
So that's 5 nights of non-stop entertainment, non-stop giveaways, and non-stop fun.
Channel 7's Christmas Bram is here. It's all happening from Sunday, December 11th to Thursday, December 15th.
And we want you to come up on all the giveaways. So how do you do that?
And we are here. Welcome back to all my Christmas people, my darlings, my loves. Christmas, they come. And we are here bringing it full-fledged for you guys. As you can see from our amazing little, what's it called, like a commercial, like advertisement, something like that.
Yes.
We're starting our Christmas Bram right here this Sunday that's coming up. This Sunday, December 11th, and it's going to be running through until December 15th. So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a big finale with the Thursday Bram, where you get to enjoy like in-person conversations and all of that at the Blue Martini, get their amazing desserts and treats and everything that they're having there too as well. And of course, top it all off with that giveaway that we're having. And every night is a giveaway, but the biggest giveaway is on the Thursday night too as well.
Definitely. So we're keeping Christmas traditions alive this year again in Channel 7. So if you followed our Christmas Bram last year, you know it was grand. It was a very good time. And this year, of course, we're not going to disappoint you. So we're going to be talking about, you know, Christmas traditions, you know, what people gravitate to, what they do. We'll have a segment on food. That should be exciting because Mr. Finnegan joins us once more to be preparing that amazing turkey dinner. So it's something that you don't want to miss. Also, we're going to be having an entertainment for the kids. And of course, as you rightly mentioned, the grand finale at Blue Martini on the Thursday, December 15th. So go ahead. You can start purchasing your 25-cent tickets. You can also start saving your $10 when you go to the grand entrance at Blue Martini. So, folks,
so guys, remember the 25-cent tickets are basically what you get for your raffle. So you can buy like $5 worth of tickets, $2, whatever you can afford. And all of those tickets are an entry in the giveaways that we're going to be giving away every single night. So we're going to have also question giveaways, but we're also going to have the ticket giveaways. And the bigger, grander ones are more the ticket giveaways. But of course, we're going to be asking a couple questions here and there just to see, what do you know about Christmas? And those can be researched, but some of those need to be common knowledge too as well. So it's very exciting, as you know. But buy your tickets early, please.
I mean, the fact that it's 25 cents, you can really like stock up on tickets. The more you have, the bigger is your chance of.
You can't go wrong there, guys. But make sure you buy. Make sure you come out too also on Thursday. And, you know, there's $10 entry for a golden ticket. And that entry gets you into a grander raffle. So we just not to make you buy things to just buy things safe. You just spend money with purpose, because that's going to give you into the grand raffle that we're having that on Thursday night.
Right. What's also going to be exciting about the Thursday night is that you get to interact with us, right? Yes. We're going to be there. So if you want to do a meet and greet kind of thing, we'll be right there at Blue Martini. So it would be an awesome pleasure to have that interaction with you. So, folks, start warming up. We start December 11th and we finish December 15th with Channel 7's Christmas Prom. It's going to be
fun.
fantastic.
I'm really looking forward to everything because it's going to go fast. And again, you know, we always have the themes of different cultures. And then, of course, you know, the spirit of Christmas with kids and all these things. So we're looking forward to seeing all of that unfold. And you get to be a part of every single thing because you're Sun Up on 7 family, man. You're royalty. You're amazing. And we're happy to be able to have you guys in our screens and then also in person on Thursday. So hopefully, guys, we can come, get your tickets early, and get ready to have entertainment, what Brandon said, non-stop entertainment, non-stop fun, non-stop what else? Giveaways, that one.
Yeah.
That I want to miss. How I missed that one? And you know I like giveaway thing. Hey. But in also our wrap-up, we have an open-ended to just quickly discuss with you guys. And I'm sure we could get a couple comments here and there when it comes to water. Is it safe to drink out of the tap? So Breaking Belize News has posted recently an article about can you drink the water from the tap in Belize? I don't know if anybody has their stories because most people, you know, I know they have their respective water places that they go and they get their water from. But this one is just interesting to see. Now, can you? I'll tell you something. I'm not the most traveled in the world, but I'm well enough traveled that I've been to places in Central America. You know, I've been to places in Africa and stuff like that that I know, to me, and I know to try to be biased. I honestly know to try to be biased. Hands down, the water that Belize has tastes better than those other places. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it that just tastes better. And I'm talking about water out of the tap because, yeah, it just tastes better. I'm not saying it tastes amazing, like, oh my goodness, I need to get a glass of pipe water right now. None of that, none of my scoop. But I'm just saying when you compare it, you have a comparative analysis on the other countries, I would definitely say that, you know, it's a little bit different just with how the taste is. I don't know about you, Kev. You ever drink water from the tap, Taboo?
Of course.
What's a really nice ice again?
Yeah, and it makes things better, yeah. I mean, as far as I know from my knowledge, is that BWS, part of their products is that they have to ensure that the water is at a certain standard where people can consume. And I've been to I know I have some friends that they do not buy purified water, they drink water straight out of the pipe, and they're doing pretty well. So, and especially when my water runs out and there's thirst, well, I can safely say I go and I drink from the tap water and it works out.
I've heard too as well in specific places in Belize, the water actually tastes better. Like they say,
that is true.
I think they're like Placencia and Belmopan. I hear Dong Soto as well. Like for some reason the water is less harsh or severe too, as compared to like maybe City or so.
Right.
I don't know how true that is. I've never tried it. I know I'm going to PG this Saturday.
Well,
so
there you can go.
That's my perfect time to try it and say, hey, let me test this theory. City water versus PG water. Who will be the winner, man?
All right. Well, you can do a whole news report on that, right?
Really, yeah. Definitely going to be a whole news report on that. Yeah. I love how Miss Courtney, we really missed you. Honestly, I'm so glad that you're doing better. We're sending out our prayers and our love to you on your recovery process and everything. You know, Miss Kathleen was not well for a little while.
Right.
We didn't see her in the comments and all of her big ups and everything and her teacher of everybody thing. And she's just in the comments again saying just like, look, yeah, man, I got about 20 shilling already.
Good job.
We're ready for it. Come out, buy your tickets, get a raffle in. You know you like winning. And we all here for it. So please, I mean, especially our Sun Up on 7 followers that are always watching, I really hope they win something too as well because it's going to be good. We'll shake up the Lee, what do you think, Kyle? The Lee shake up
barrel.
The barrel thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to talk about. No go on, so. We'll shake it up. Pick the little ruffles. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. So please, 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 buy it up and enjoy yourself. And let's just have some good fun. Let's really just bram it up together.
Yeah. So, folks, with that, we come to the end of our show. We thank you so much for tuning in and participating in all our segments that we had. We encourage you to go and visit PAHOLA, which is the AI public health.
She's a public health assistant for
public
alcohol
health assistant. Thanks for that. So you can go, you can interact with her, you can find out, everything as it relates to drinking, to consuming alcohol. So by all means, educate yourself. Please reach out also to the Welcome Resource Center of the Mental Health Association. They're preparing their Christmas dinner for their guests or the people that they host at their center. So contribute in any way you can. It could be food, it could be money, or it could be your time also. So there's many ways how you can support the Welcome Resource Center. To find out more details about them, you can go to their website or their social Facebook page, and you can get that information right there.
And volunteer too, guys. I've been there a couple of times. Honestly, there's so much taboos in what you think about how homeless people act. And I know there's a way sometimes they are very abrasive when they're on the street or so, but in that setting, for some reason, I guess it's because they've gotten a hot meal, they've gotten clothes and stuff. Like, they're very friendly, they're very nice. You can be able to just play a game with them. They have so much stories. It's the sweetest thing ever. So if you can volunteer too as well, even if it's for a day, half a day or something, a couple hours, to play a game, to just have fun, to share a laugh, to learn. It's going to be an experience that I really want to encourage, especially students that are going on their holiday break for Christmas and want to know what they're going to do. You have a lot of free time. Volunteer for half a day at least, just to get that experience and understand, I really should be treating people with more kindness and love. And if I can't give something, whether it be some beans, some rice, some toilet paper. I saw Michelle talk about she wants to give her curtains or stuff. If you guys have something extra that you can be able to donate, by all means, God is strong. Like, we have a lot of clothes we don't use. We have a lot of things we buy in excess that we can't give up. So if you can, if it's not December, do it in January, but just give if you can. And tell somebody else to as well. If you can't, tell somebody else to do it. Make them give on your behalf. But we've come to the end of our show, and we're going to wish you guys a merry, jolly Monday. And have a blessed one, guys. Make sure you drink your water and mind your own business. If you're not got nothing good for say or nothing good for do, at least do that. Mind your own business. Anything else, Kev?
No, I just want to wish everybody a great start of the week, a great start of the day. Live every moment. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Take care. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow for another dynamic show, Sun Up on 7. Bye-bye.
A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up